Alright, let's get right into game number 1 that we played today. This is the one that we were successful in, which I think for most of game 2 we were successful and just wound up losing there at the end to a couple back-to-back bad team fights. Alright. So I think the draft came out pretty good. Actually, in both games, I really like our draft over theirs. Mundo's a bit of a weird pick. There's a lot of counterplay to Mundo. Ryze gets his Morello Namicon, and Xayah goes the Executioner's Calling, which once those items are completed, do a lot to shutting him down. I like the early vision that's gotten on the red buff. That's their ward. Just kidding. You guys could have gotten a ward down though. Probably should have. Definitely getting something that happened. I reviewed the second game first. So something I noticed through both of the games is that there's just not enough level 1 being done, and that more needs to be done to know where their jungler is, because that's how you can play around the map much more effectively. So if you know their jungler starting on blue buff, then that gives Gragas options. So let's say Vi starting on blue, Gragas can start on red, and then match gank top, because if Vi starts on blue, her only choices are to gank top or mid, and so Gragas can either be on the same side of the map to counter gank. So let's just talk about this concept actually. Maybe pull up Rift Kit. Okay, so let's generally just talk about like level 1 paths for junglers and how the lanes can play around the enemy jungler versus your own jungler. So if your jungler is starting on red, so if you spot out their jungler starting on blue, right, you've got the option of starting on red and following their jungler up to the top half of the map. You can then have your top laner or mid laner, not both, one or the other, play aggressively in the lane. So, say mid laner, for instance, just depending on which one of the lanes is more effective. So if you've got, like in this game, it's Ryze versus Orianna. Level 1, Ryze can shove out Orianna. And it's Maokai versus... who? Maokai versus Mundo. Maokai could shove that lane out too. But let's, as it is, Mundo is pushing into Maokai. So let's just keep it this way for this hypothetical. So you've got your mid laner pushing into their mid laner. And you knew that their jungler started on their blue side of the map. So unless their jungler goes for level 2 gank, which are very effective, especially on Vi, she has her Q and then no follow-up damage if she ganks level 2. So then she has to gank mid. She doesn't have any other choice. It's either gank mid or farm. And if she ganks mid, then you're behind her, and you turn it into a 2v2 where you have advantage because you know what's going to happen. Or your other option, seeing their jungler start over here, is you start on the opposite side, and then you work towards bot. You have all 3 of your lanes play passively, and then you get first gank. And you get first gank on bot lane because you know that their jungler can't respond, because their jungler is going to be on the top side of the map. And while their jungler is on the top side of the map, they have nothing to do but to farm because your lanes played passively. Your lanes let themselves get pushed in, and are just letting themselves farm under tower, farm safely, so their jungler will have to take the extra minute to walk down, and by then this gank's already done. Yeah, so those are the basic choices, and it's think of the map like a seesaw. Mid lane's the pivot, and then your bot lanes are the outer sides of it. Wherever your jungler is the side that's pushing forward. And you need to know where their jungler is to do this safely and effectively. That's why I harp on the level 1 vision so much. It's just hard to do shit without knowing where their jungler is. just entirely terrible from them. No idea what they were thinking they were going to accomplish with that play. Wait, I think I want to look at this bot play more. If I remember what it was, I think you could have killed Jinx if you microed better. And I don't like to harp on micro too much. Because, like, I'm personally fucking terrible at micro plays. But let's look at this fight. So it's a great engage. Why does she polymorph Rakan? That doesn't make any sense. Xayah could be attack moving here. I need to look at Xayah's cooldowns. Yeah, so this is what you could be doing better with your micro. So you see what direction Jinx is moving. Jinx is just trying to go straight back to her tower. She's not going to try to like do anything fancy. Instead of running straight at her, you need to be running this way. That way your feathers are landing behind her, and you can get an E to actually root her up. That's what you could have done to actually convert the kill here. It's not a big deal that you don't get the kill, but that's just a small thing that you could have done differently. Ryze ganking bot lane. You guys had no vision, no way to see the gank coming. You're able to get out of it just fine. But like you both had your trinket up, there's no reason you don't have a trinket down in the river. And Gragas, anytime you see a play like that happen, just anytime as the jungler, when you see their jungler appear on the map, you need to immediately make a play. Right now, you're trying to get this gank, this return gank onto Orianna, but she still has flash up, so it's a difficult gank to make happen. Yeah, and nothing comes of it because she just flashes out. You're probably not going to kill Mundo up here because he's 6, so what you should do when you see Vi bottom is go into her jungle. Just take her jungle. Instead of wasting a full minute waiting on Orianna to move up while she still has flash. How does this shake down? Rakan misses W. You guys can just back off now. He E's out. You guys should just back out to the tri-bush. Rakan's not 6. Lulu's not 6 either. But you just don't want to take this fight where Rakan's already used... Since he's not level 6, he's already used all of his CC. And Lulu still has Poro button up. Or Snowman, whichever it is with the skin. This is bad on them. They managed to get this kill, but Lulu was aggroed onto Xayah. They weren't focusing the same target. But yeah, without Rakan's W, you guys just back off here. Gragas has wasted a lot of time looking for ganks this game. That's successful, but that gank was forced really hard. When you could have just made easier plays in mid or bot lane. And snowballing Maokai doesn't do anything. Shutting down Mundo doesn't do anything. Mundo's Mundo no matter how much gold he has. That's the kind of shit you need to be doing. And now convert that into a dragon. Yeah, you guys didn't need to go into their jungle. You just needed to take dragon. This fight's really close, if I remember. You probably could have inched it out, but it still was a fight that didn't need to happen. Like, now Gragas is totally alone for no reason. It was just terrible body slam. And you should know that Mundo's coming back, and Orianna's already back up, so there's just no reason to be in their jungle like this. You've already got this ward down over here. You don't need to be doing anything else. Right there's where Xayah should have ulted. Right as Vi was queuing onto her. Let's look at what happens if Xayah ults here. So the base damage on Xayah's level 1 ult is 100, and it's some large amount of scaling AD as well. Alright. So if Xayah is up here, if Xayah's up here and she ults, that's this cone that gets ulted, she roots 4 champions, because Vi is still in front of her. She roots 4 champions, or if she misses Vi with the root because Vi's Q takes her behind her. Like, 4 champions get rooted and Rakan charms them all, Vi's alone, and Vi gets opened up on by the rest of the team. That probably changes a lot of the outcome of the fight, but again, it's a fight that you shouldn't go for. Especially not with how out of position and injured Gragas was. And now Rakan's just like over on the side alone, which doesn't make any sense. Xayah should have already used heal by now to help save any of these teammates that have died. And all of you guys are out of mana, so you should be backing off, and you really cannot afford to just walk into Orianna like that. Yeah, so Orianna just flashes and gets kills. And he fell into the trap of Mundo, so let's hit him. So after losing a fight like that, and after losing Dragon, you guys have to think about what you're going to do when you get back on the maps. If you were just aced, you have to do a total reset. You all should have bought a control ward, which most of you did, but all of you should have. And then you need to set up vision around Rift Herald. Now, Rift Herald is a very important objective, because it gives you a free tower most of the time. So now you guys aren't really doing anything, and you've got, a lot of pressure in bot lane. Gragas could be going top and diving onto Vi, because it's AD Vi, so Mundo and fucking Maokai and Gragas should be able to kill him. Or you can Realm Warp. Actually, yeah, the better play is